Hey everybody, it's Rob here. I've been reading a lot of your comments, and today we are looking into the Barbarian without any Uber Uniques for Abattoir of Zir. So I have a planner in the description going over all the specs, and you can see here in game I put off all 4 Uber Uniques, and these are my stats without them. Obviously I've lost quite some life. I think we went from like 30k to like 15k, but we have gotten some pretty decent damage reduction here. So we switched Shaco or Tuskhelm. We switched the Melted Heart for the Banished Lord, so we definitely can't play Mortal Barb. We switched the Doombringer for the Earth Striker, and what this one allows you to do is basically stack your overpower, stack your weapon switches to become to get overpowered basically, and also get another 1.5 multiplier. And we switched the Grandfather here for an Edge Master on the weapon. So this is how the setup looks. The rest like stayed the same pretty much. And there is a few options here that we'll talk about, and I'll show you guys all the gear and everything. But first of all, again, what you want to do for Abattoir of Zir. So we'll see what the armor cap is. I'm going to drink Resourcefulness Potion. We're going to drink our buffs here. So this is kind of my stats when I'm buffed. So 10k armor didn't really change. I still have the same armor. It's just like 1 or 2 Paragon points here. I think if I would, let's say, we give up this, we get another armor node. Then there's the 10k again we had previous video. So life is about 15k. This one, attack power is about 20k. And this is basically the setup. I'll show you a few runs and then we'll talk about the gear. And I think this is still one of the, it's probably still the best build in the game. If you don't have Uber Uniques, because it's just so strong. What are me? Let's do a few runs, see how it goes. I mean, we already went, saw how it went. But yeah, like you just like do the same thing and you just blast basically. Keep in mind you have your ring stacks, so you want to do double ring crits. Let's do like a big rotation here, like find some elites, like here, kill these guys. That's how you get your stacks basically, and then you make them vulnerable with your stuff and you blast them. Boom. And keep in mind these are like enraged elites as well. And we still have the damage reduction while injured, so our life will probably go down to like about 30%. And that's where it will become very potent again. So if we do the rotation right, let's just do it here once. You can see here, now we have our stacks. And then we just fight on this guy here, I guess. It does like hundreds of millions. So obviously we lose a ×2 multiplier from the Grandfather. So we're going to lose a little bit of damage here, but we're going to make 1.5 up with the... so left click, right click. There you go. We're going to make most of it up with the Earth Striker. Not quite all of it though. So you can still make the pulls here, and if I put a Wrath out as well, we're going to overpower, we're going to crit, and the damage is insane, and I think we're also like super tanky. Obviously, we're not going to be immortal, right, like in the other build. But we also have a very fast playstyle. See, like on low life, we're going to be pretty tanky still. See, if we just stand here, we're still pretty potent. We're definitely blasting all this very easily. And you can still add might if you want. However, I like this setup a bit better. So this is still gonna like one-shot everything basically here. And it's completely normal that your life falls to like 35. You've seen we have like an extra like 80%, 70% damage reduction on low life basically. Here we just boink these guys 100 million there. I'm not even like playing too much around my Earth Striker. But we do it a bit. So here we can do this, boom. Hits for 200 or something. You can kind of see like when the Earth Striker is proccing. So now we have the Furore Ring as well here, boom. And this build is still gonna be insane for Abattoir of Zir. That's basically the run. And yeah, this is like kind of the gear. So we're rocking Tuskhelm. You still want to make a big pull, activate your shouts pretty much, activate your buffs, dash through them, and then like basically start blasting. See, like this is still triple-digit millions. And with Earth Striker, active, it's going to be even more. So now we have another source of overpower from Earthstriker as well, and we have the amulet as well. So we actually get 2 sources of overpower in comparison to the other build. The damage output is a bit higher, I think, in this build, but obviously you're gonna have a bit less survivability. Okay, these are kind of the hits, so it's still hitting for insane amounts, while we still remain relatively tanky. So Task Helm. Let's go to the planner, because I can show you the alternatives. So you can play Task Helm. You can also play Might, because you have your generator, right? So you can play Might. And if you do this, I recommend Total Armor, Cooldown, Maximum Fury, and Maximum Life. This helps you to reach the armor cap, but it's not necessary. So we still have Disobedience here for our damage reduction, basically. Really good stuff. Then we have Lucky Hit, Berserking here. And you can kind of switch these around and play the Convention of Elements, Aspect of Elements for another 1.3. And play around a bit the rotation. I think you were going to do this in Abattoir of Zir, like play rotation blazed and only hit when your overpower is ready. It's kind of like how to showcase here in the 100, because the monsters just die in 1 hit anyways. They even die from my normal attacks. And then we are back to Type's Will, of course. That one is definitely going to be there every time. Like this one fixes all your Fury issues, right? Like you can dash and get your Fury back very easy. And if you have a 2-second one, you can do this like multiple times. Then we play the boots here. Injured again, same stats, same boots, same weapon as well. Unrelenting. We have Hammer Quake, same weapon as well as in the Uber Unique version. And then Earthstriker here. Again, you can like switch the weapons here for another big damage hit, basically. So if you do this a couple times, now you have your next attack with a guaranteed overpower. And then we have Edgemaster here on a 2-hander now. But I like Axe here. You can also play a sword. I don't have this one with Edgemaster right now. Axe gives you the like big damage versus healthy enemies, and this one gives you a bit more crit damage. But since we don't scale crit damage without Grandfather, I think the healthy one wins for me, because I still expect we're going to one-shot most of the things in Abattoir of Zir anyways. I don't think it was a 2 billion crit. I think it was 200 million, right? But yeah, then we play Unrelenting. This one again gives us Fury back on every hit. Really good. And we play Banished Lord Talisman. Like this is like why this build does more damage than the other version. We also have Armor Cap when we're buffed. Let's actually hope in the middle there's some monsters alive here or something. So here when we have enough monsters hitting us, I think we should be hitting Armor Cap. Yeah, 15k armor, you see. So yeah, it's definitely going. And yeah, it's hitting for a lot of damage as well. So 15k armor, that's easy armor cap in Abattoir of Zir. And if you want more life, you can also smoke. There's a life elixir here instead of the all-res one. Oh my god, this is the gear. These are the kind of stats that we're rocking right now. So we are playing max all-res. Like I am missing a bit of cold. You can fix this in your Paragon. But I think 67 cold is more than fine. This is like the least important dress. This is like our crit chance stats. We have 50 crit chance. 200 crit damage, 2.8 overpower. This one will go down a bit, because obviously we will replace all this board here and then populate it here for the Tears of Blood, so we will lose the Dominate Glyph. But that's not going to be a big issue. Yeah, these are like the other stats. 10k armor unbuffed, we get another 66%, like about 15,000 armor like this, so it might be even a bit overkill. And I mean, if you have less armor, you can drink an armor potion, you're gonna have like 17k. And if you play with the Might Helm, you can also have another armor percent roll here, you're gonna have like 20 plus k armor. But that's not necessary, so this armor is fine. Expertise, we didn't change anything. Axe, 200 mace, and Paragon is basically also unchanged. We're gonna go over the planar Paragon here. There's a couple things you can switch around here with the glyph. Here, if you want to get 5 more cold rays, you can spec into here. You can get some more armor here as well. Very easy pickups. You can also spec into some more life. Right now I'm still spec'ing like some maximum fury and stuff. So that's like all down to personal preference. But it's basically the same board. We have Ira in the starter board, Tears of Blood in the Carnage board, then we pick up Decimator. Again, you can also play the Shout board here, that's in the other planner. I will put all the planners in the description. This is in the Uber Unique planner. If you feel like you need even more armor, you can also put Marshal here for cooldown and armor. But I think we go the damage route here with Decimator. Then we have Bonebreaker down here. And we have Crusher, Tenacity in the middle for crazy armor, Wrath for the crit, and Warbringer for Fortify, Core Reserve, Hungering Fury for the scaling. So we're rocking 267 Fury right now, which is obviously going to buff your Hoda to some pretty crazy amount. And in the final board, we're playing Blood Rage. I think my Blood Rage is actually gives a pretty decent multiplier right now. We have like 1.81. So obviously we gained a lot of berserking damage due to these two weapons. But you will see here, so 15k, let's say 18k life. And if I switch in just one Uber Unique, we already have 26k life. And I switch another one, we have 30k life. And if I switch another one, and I have to wait for my challenge to show out. But yeah, the Doombringer is the biggest life. And you can just kind of like switch these as you go. Like if you have like one Uber Unique, you can just switch them. You just have to be a bit careful that you replace like the Earth Striker first, and the Edge Master you can switch again, but like you can also play without Edge Master. So definitely drop Earth Striker if you have Doombringer, that's the easiest. You can drop Tascam for Shaco, that's also very easy to do. You can drop Banished for Melted Dart, that's also very easy. And then here you want to readjust a bit, because you not want to necessarily lose Edge Master. You want to put Edge Master on the gloves, and then put the lucky hit on these gloves, on the boots, because you don't need the Unstoppable. Okay, that's how I would play, basically. And this build is also going to be insane for Abattoir of Zir, I think. It's going to be lacking a bit on the toughness, potentially. I don't know how hard the higher tier will be, but it has a bit higher damage ceiling. So yeah, we'll see what you want to do with this. I mean, maybe you have one of these Uber Uniques, and you can kind of switch like one of them in. But there's a lot of options you can have here. So that's the setup. I'm going to put the planner in the description. I hope you enjoyed this overview. Let's actually talk 1 second about the Vampiric Powers. So we're playing the same Vampiric Powers, basically, as in the other build. The only thing that you want to change is, now we don't stun, right? Because we're not playing Ground Storm, because we need a generator. It's Domination. So you can change Domination either to the Fortify power, or if you need more sustain, you can take the Undying Healing power. These both work, because you still have all this like injured damage reduction here. You have this injured, 40 damage reduction, and you get another 50 from this. So you're gonna like only be taking like 30% of the damage. So it's gonna be very important for your life pool, even if it drops like to like a bit lower values. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this overview, and that is the Abattoir of Zir, no Uber Unique Barb. It's still definitely one of the strongest builds in the game. Maybe the only thing that can come close to it with no Uber Uniques is the Ball Lightning Sock. But my money is still a bit on the Barb, man. I might be a bit biased, but Barb's for the win, guys. Keep smashing. GG. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.